So picture this, a motorcycle that looks like some custom shop wizard built it in their garage over a winter, except it costs less than 9 grand. And get this, Honda builds it in the same factory as the Goldwing. Yeah, that $30,000 Super Slab Tourer. Let that sit with you a second. Anyway, welcome back to Motometrics. Or hey, welcome if you're new. I'm glad you're here. Today, we're digging into the 2026 Honda Shadow Phantom. And by the time this video ends, you'll know if this thing belongs in your garage or not. Because honestly, it might be the most slept-on cruiser in America right now. And I think that deserves a real conversation. So let's just dive in. First off, what even is this bike? Because there's confusion out there. Trust me, the Shadow Phantom isn't some flash-in-the-pan new model Honda just dreamed up last week. This platform's been evolving since 2010. Honda spent years refining it into what it is today. A blacked-out, bobber-style middleweight cruiser for people who want attitude without the drama. And for 2026, they're not reinventing the wheel. They don't need to. What they did was tighten everything up. Better refinement, fresh color options, a look that feels more cohesive, more intentional. Every single part, engine, wheels, frame, fork, even the headlight, it's all black. No chrome screaming for attention. It just sits there, looking mean in that quiet, understated way. You know that guy at the party who barely talks? Then you find out he used to race motorcycles professionally? Yeah, that's this bike. Now, engine. This is where it surprises people. Under all that dark attitude is a 745cc liquid-cooled 52-degree V-twin. Fuel-injected, compression ratio of 9.6 to 1, and it puts out 45 horsepower at 5,500 RPM, plus 48 pound-feet of torque at just 3,500 RPM. That torque number? That's the real story for a cruiser. Hitting peak twist that low means you've got usable grunt the second you twist the throttle. No waiting, no lugging, just smooth, linear power. And here's something most folks don't realize. This engine is actually a short-stroke design. Wait, what? A short-stroke V-twin? Yep, Honda built it to feel like an American V-twin, but with Japanese precision underneath. So it belongs on Main Street, but runs like a Honda generator. And we all know those things don't die. Cold starts? No fuss. Minnesota winter or Colorado altitude, you press the button, it starts, you ride. No choke dance, no ritual. Quick show of hands. Who's dropped a bike in a parking lot and wanted to dissolve into the asphalt? No judgment, happens to all of us. But here's why it almost certainly won't happen on the Phantom. Seat height is 25.6 inches. That's genuinely low. Flat foot territory for most average height riders. The seat-to-tank junction is slim, which drops the center of gravity and makes the bike feel lighter than its 553-pound wet weight suggests. Stops, intersections, slow traffic, this bike cooperates, doesn't fight you. That's not luck. It's Honda engineering doing its job. Suspension is classic, but works. Up front, 41mm forks with those protective boot covers that almost look like inverted forks. Nice styling trick. Out back, dual shocks with 5-position spring preload. Front travel is about 5.5 inches, rear is 3.5. Not a sport bike, you're not going to be dragging knee on canyon roads, but for what it's built for, it's dialed. The frame is a traditional double cradle steel design, and the swing arm integrates the shaft drive on the left side. Clean look, no chain to lube, no belt to inspect. Just ride it, service it on schedule, and forget about it. Speaking of that shaft drive, this is huge. Right now, the Shadow Phantom is the most affordable Japanese motorcycle you can buy with a shaft final drive. Let me repeat, the most affordable. Not one of, the most. If you put on serious miles, that matters. No chain adjustments, no worrying about stretch on a long trip. Clean, low maintenance, saves you money and time over the life of the bike. That's the kind of detail that doesn't make a flashy YouTube thumbnail, but it absolutely shows up in your quality of life as an owner. Design-wise, this is where things get fun. Total blackout. Black engine cases, black wheels with machined spoked rims, black frame, even the headlight in the cell. But here's a nice touch. The cylinder head fin edges are machined to catch light. You only notice it up close. That's the difference between "we blacked it out" and "we designed it to be blacked out." Fenders are short and clipped. Very bobber. Wiring is hidden. Solo seat with a classic one-piece design actually balances style and comfort pretty well for one person. Want a passenger? Honda sells an accessory seat and pegs, but the base setup is strictly solo. The stance? Intentional. Lighting is a round headlight up front. Classic, with LED turn signals at both ends. Old school look, new school function. Instrument cluster sits on the tank. Analog speedometer with a little LCD readout for odometer and trip info. Simple. Some people will want full digital, and that's fair, but for the riders this bike is for, less is more. Okay, serious question. Actually think about it. Who is this motorcycle? If you're chasing horsepower to obliterate highway passing zones, not your bike. If you need factory storage, a windshield, heated grips, also not your bike. But if you want a bike you can ride every day, maintain easily, and still turn heads at every gas station, the Phantom deserves a serious look. Before you head to your Honda dealer though, stick around. I just dropped a full video comparing the Phantom head-to-head with one of its closest rivals. Results might actually change your mind. Hit that video on your screen right now. It's worth your time. And if you haven't subscribed to Motometrics yet, what are we even doing here? See you in the next one.